continue on with where we broke off in the turn, which is with the archers. And as I start doing more playthroughs of this, and good God, I didn't realize how big this is. People are telling me I'm going to be at it all year. Not just this year, for a year. If I manage to do the whole campaign, we'll see where I can get. It doesn't look like it's that big. It honestly doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe not that big. There's 100 or so of these item stickers, locations, whatever. And you figure that's if I play every scenario. I don't know if the campaign's going to get me to every scenario, but assuming that, that's still not that much bigger in terms of total number of events here as EU in terms of total number of turns. However, it's taking me more than a day to play this battle out. Maybe they'll start going quicker, but yeah, you know, turns in EU, doing a single turn, I could usually pump one out in a day, and sometimes two. So I don't think we're gonna meet that level of speed. So EU usually takes me, I guess, about 3 months doing solo. So this might take a significant chunk of time. Then again, SPQR took a significant chunk of time too. And the nice thing about this is conceivably I can kind of slide it aside and play something shorter, you know, for a week or whatever. Anyway, on this archer, he's got a move of +0. He's an elite archer to begin with, so he can go 2 spaces. Well, he only wants to go 1 because he can't bust through those guys. He doesn't have any kind of jump or anything. Oh, look, he's immortal. His attack's at -1. No. So that's 2. His range is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe he can see. If he can't, he would have moved somewhere else. But yeah, there's no problem whatsoever in seeing there. So I take 1 off the attack, which gets him down to the 2, like I said. And he will do an immobilize as well. Alright, so he does 2 hits to our big boy. And let's get a immobilize counter on him just to keep track of that. Now to the other guy, he's no faster. Also 2. If he can't see from here, he'll run over there, but I think he can probably see from here. It looks like that's right down the hex row, so yes, he can see from there. So he'll go for the closer, which is here, and he also will shoot. He's got a 2 - 1 is 1, and he does 1 more hit. For Crag Gut or whatever he is. Okay. They took out like his elemental stones, that he's not powerful anymore, and banished him. A very sad story. So that takes care of the archers, and now we're on here, and I can choose to do this in either direction. Now, I do not need to heal, which may mean won't be able to move and attack. So 2 is the best move I'm going to get. If I use this for movement, then I can use this for healing, which seems like the best move. So I'll move here, and we'll be picking that up in a moment. And now I can heal at range 3, 1, 2, 3, and that'll heal him 3 back up to full, but that doesn't get rid of the immobilize. And then I pick up a coineroo, which is great. And now it's time for our nasty McSkeletons. We do the elite one first. he has a movement of 4. Jesus, they're fast. Okay, well, he's got a lot of target, but that's not going to help. 1, 2, 3, he can't close the door. He's right up there. Now, I've got to worry about him because he has retaliation on the next 6 melee attacks. Okay, so that's going to affect this thing. It's got 6 hit points, though, so it's not going to die from it. Now, its attack capability, well, looks like it has a 2. Base of 2. And I got nothing else there. Ouch! 4 hits on him. However, this triggers, and I do 2 retaliation against whichever skeleton that is, and I don't know. It's number 9. And where there's hordes of monsters, this thing becomes a little clumsy to use, even though I only have 2 of them on the board. Now the other guy also gets to move, but he only has a movement of, oh no, he has a 3. 1, I got a choice between either of these 2. I don't really care. I would like him to be stuck in the middle, but continuing to block those archers. They have enough range. Actually, I think one of the archers couldn't fire. He had a range of 4, plus 1 was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he could fire. Okay, so yeah, their range is good enough that they're going to be causing problems. Got to reshuffle over there, and other than that, the Tinker's running low on cards. And just as we're entering battle, this guy's still got a fair amount, so we'll see what we can do. No time to rest now. Tinker turns up a 19, which is going to go pretty early. But he's got a 38. That was the quickest he could go. He's not going to be able to move. Archer 16. That's going to hurt. And the Living Bones gets an 18, but a powerful attack. So if I can't wipe those guys out, there's going to be problems. But he has no move here, which is a big deal, because if I can get him the one that's on me, they're not going to be able to do a thing. They have no ranged combat, which is kind of cool. Okay, the archers are first. Move plus 1. Well, that's cool. 3. 1, 2, 3. He comes up. He's still in good range. His attack's at -1, though, which means he's going for a 2, and he's going on my my Crag Heart. That's not good. That's 4 hits. This is not a melee attack. This is not a ranged attack that I'm doing. So I just took 4 hits, which is putting him close to failure. And I have to reshuffle the deck and put that ×2 back in there. To the other archer, move plus 1. He can run up to here. Oh look, we're really causing problems. And this is actually going to be interesting that the archers got to go first, because I've got some ranged attacks coming. I can show them in a moment, but he's got one where he's going to be able to blast all of these. So things aren't quite as dire as they look, because we held off behind the door and they were charging forward. So even though we would have liked to have killed a couple of things right off, maybe this will work out better. All right. So the second archer is a little weaker. He's got a 2 attack. They get a 1. Plus 1 is 2 more hits. Shit. Oh crap. I'm doomed. Yep. It's over, man. Alright, so Cragheart's down. I think it's over. We'll see. But I was really counting on him. He was going to be... he had this attack, which he'd be able to add a target to and shove a couple of people back against the items, destroying the items, hurting the people. This is beginning to look really like we've lost. I could use this too. Alright, so I have 2 attacks, both of which are kind of nice. And both of which, this one doesn't work. This is a melee attack, so it's got to be this one, which means I'm going to use this card for movement to get me in range. I think that's I get a range of 3. I'm going to stop on the money. If I get to loot, that's to my advantage, and I think overall it's for the best. But those pushes were going to let me do all kind of good stuff. I could have also pushed somebody into a trap or something. Actually, no, that wouldn't have been further away. Okay, so now I am going to be hitting this, because this space is in range. That's gonna use this card up. I've got an attack of 3. I still have the ×2 in this deck. I just pulled it out of the Crag Heart deck. I get a bunch of experience points for this. Yeah, I'm going to fire this off as well, which makes me advantaged. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit that leading boner dude. And I am advantaged against everyone. So let's see what we get. Base is 3. Yep. Well, we get our 0. Okay, so that does 3 points of damage. It will immobilize that skeleton. So he just took 3, he's up to 5. Just 1 more point, damn it. But an immobilized chicker, which will help. And that's going to be 1 victory point, but experience, whatever you want to call them. Let's go for the bones back there. They only have 5 hit points. If we get lucky here, we can do them in. Base attack is 3. Make it 5. I have killed him. Drop a coin there in case I win. Alright. And then the third one is against this archer. He's an elite archer. He's got 7 hit points. He's not gonna be easy for me to kill. But a 3, and I get 2 cards and shit. I only do 2 to him. He is number 6, I believe. My eyes have gotten so bad. And an immobilized marker on him. I get 3 experience points, which puts me up to 7. And I'm fairly healthy. This card is going away. But I am unfortunately in a position where I have to take a rest, and I probably can't afford to take a long rest next turn. I'm going to need to be able to launch another attack. That gives the bones the next action. These bones have an attack +2. They have no move action. They're not going to be able to do a damn thing. All they do is get rid of their immobility. That brings us to another round. Oops, forgot my book. I wanted it so bad. Alright. And I'm going to be doing a short rest. So one of those cards is going to get burned at random. Looking for a bit of luck here, but I've got a problem. I'm probably never going to be able to get this. Because if I wipe out all these monsters, because I'm not in the room, I'm not going to be able to run out and get that easily. I might, but anyway. My card number is 37. I'm going to be using this as my movement card, as my intention. And then we have a 56 and a 12. Shit. I was hoping it would go the other way, where these guys would go early, because they can't do shit against me, and they'd get stuck behind the bones, but now the bones are moving faster. Okay, but they have no move. They have a shield 1, a heal 2 self, which sucks, because it makes him harder to kill. And that extra shield, well, that's not a shield +1, that's a shield 1. But they always have a shield 1. I don't know. I think it's got to be a +1. Otherwise, the card wouldn't be useful for them. Or maybe I don't understand something and I'm all wrong. Okay. Now my 37 is next, and I get to blast this card off, but I'm using this as movement first. So 1, 2, and now I get shot up by the damn archers. But what can I do? I have to be adjacent, and I can hit behind, and I don't even know. Yeah, that's legit. Okay. I'm so used to being able to just do these blast effects, but you can't do that with the melee. Okay, so this card is discarded, and this card is hitting. It is going to be an attack 3 to begin with. That didn't get to recover. I have no bonuses, so I am just hitting it with a 3. And it's got a fucking shield too. Woo! I do 6. This is my bless, so it's gone. So I just did 6 to that. It's got 2 points of shield, so it takes 4. That takes it to 7. I have just killed this guy. A coin shows up there. And wonder of wonders, I've just succeeded with my mission. And we'll worry about that after the game. I think I have to succeed for that to work. Okay. This card continues to go. It would have treated a... Oh, we got another critter to hit. I can't get it twice. Okay, so again, yeah, the double is gone, but there's another one in here. So again, an attack 3. Talk about fucking luck. That's 6 hits on the Master Archer, who is also dead. So the wounds don't count. So I did pretty well there. I mean, I'm at least accomplishing something. Let's put another coin down. They can collect up in a big pile. I get 2 more experience points. Up to 9. I don't remember. What do I need? 45 to get to the next level. I've generated fire, if that's important. I don't know. But this card is just gone. We're not going to see it again. So I got no way to get them back. And that was pretty successful. However, the archers do still get to go, and they are not moving. They have an attack at -2. They have a target 2. That's not going to help because there's only one guy left. He's a normal archer, so his attack is a 2. It goes down to a 1. He does nothing. Whew. Wow. The world just changed significantly. I can clean the living bones out of the way. They're not coming back. But I still got that archer to deal with. Got a handful of cards. Got some possibility here. This might work. The victory conditions for this scenario are to kill everything. I think that's somewhere. When the last bandit is dead, yeah. Let me make sure I understand that. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the case. I'll look to see if there's anything else anywhere else, but it seems to be the case, which means it's not when I get to that and loot it. Quite a while to find what the victory conditions are. there's no rules on it. It's in every scenario, but it's stated only by the image. Images are things that I ignore. I'm always looking for the text that explains things. Images are, you know, when you can't understand the text, they're what you deal with. Now, trying to figure out what everything is, yeah, images make sense for that, but somewhere it should also state that. Maybe it does. But the text is so disjointed because of the images and everything that I can't tell where it is. So yeah, it was as I thought. If I end up killing this thing, I will not get this treasure. And that sucks because that's a special numbered treasure and all. I can go back and fight this scenario again if I really want that treasure. Or, you know, more likely, I'll just say, well, you know, went in there, saw lots of gold and fancy looking box lying around, and you know, that wasn't my mission. I was supposed to pick something up, but I forgot about that too. I just decided to kill them and leave. I think. I don't know. But I do have to try to figure out what my plan is to finish that thing, because I would rather succeed in the mission than not. A little bit of time trying to be clever, trying to figure out, could I use my decoy to somehow slip by him? But the truth is, no. I mean, it's possible that I could run over here, drop the decoy in front of me, and if I had a jump or something, be able to get out of there and do a loot first. But I don't think that's going to be the case, so I'm going to just try to loot that extra money that's lying around and screw the treasure chest. Which is probably an important thing, but, you know, because it's specifically numbered for this scenario, and we'd probably want it. Alright, so I've selected my card, which is a 20. It's as fast as I can go. It gives me some attack capability. It actually gives me some move if something weird happens. Let's get these bones out of here. I had a reshuffle anyway. And they get a 44, so I go first. And I'm probably not going to be able to kill this on one shot. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get close enough. Anyway, loot 2. I would have to get to about here for that to be effective. So, and this will only be a move 2. Now, if I kill it with this, if I could kill it with that, then I would have a move 4, and that wouldn't get me there either. So, yeah, because at the end of the round that I kill that thing, it's over. So, we are going to do an attack 1 with a range 3. All right, that's not very good. Luckily, this doesn't have a shield, and it's a minor creature, but we do nothing. However, we do manage to stun it, which I guess helps a little. It's one of these suckers. I don't know who this is. It's number 5. Hey, I threw it in the right place. That discards this, and then I'm going to use the loot 2 to grab everything near me, and that gets rid of that, and I get another experience point. At least I'm getting a lot of experience out of it, right? And coins. Assuming I survive. If I don't survive, I don't know what happens. Stun screws the critter out of any action, but it does recover. If it had been a player, it would force you to take a long rest. If the player has selected cards and hasn't gone before they get stunned, they just drop those cards. They're not able to do a long rest as far as I can tell. But if they're stunned and they went before the stun took effect, they can program a long rest for their next turn. But we're in essentially the same place, except I have less cards and less opportunities. I needed to hit him on that last card to have a chance, and now I'm feeling a lot less safe. I felt like I had a shot before. I turn over a 17. This one I don't... well, not this card, but my other card, I don't do much. He turns over a 31. He's got a move and an attack. He can move a little closer, which he'll do, but I get to go first. And my cards are this attack with range. Hey, if there were more than one of them. And then I've got this move afterwards, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I don't think I'm going to have a shot here, so I may start fleeing. Not that I can leave the dungeon or anything. So it's an attack 2 at range 3. I'm in there. No bonuses. I do 2 hits. I do not manage to do anything exciting to him. This card, if I had any damage, it would be great. But I'm just going to flee. I don't know why. Yeah, running away along the wall. Now he gets to go. He has a move 0 and an attack 0. Well, his move lets him go 2, which gets him so he can see me. And now he gets to use his ranged attack because he has it on his card. And he gets to do a 2 at me. Oh, he got a null, and that'll reshuffle. I gotta check how those work. I don't remember if these reshuffle immediately, which is what I've been doing. I found something that says, hey, you reshuffle things at the end of the round, but I think that's when you get the monster cards with the reshuffles, not this deck. But anyway, he is reshuffling now, and that's about it. And one of the things I can do is I can kind of run, try to grab coins or something. But I am forced to take a rest. Jeez, deck's getting tiny. I think I take a short rest because I can't withstand damage here. The long rest would be nice because I get to do more damage, but as long as I can get a damage card out of this pile, I've got a chance at killing him. He only has 5 hit points if I get lucky. There's 1. I've only got 2 attacks in here. And then my stupid thing, which I'll probably discard, although it is really useful. I'm not finding it very helpful right now. To my attack, I have a... wrong order. Nope, not wrong order. Uh-oh. I have a slow attack. That's my stronger one. This guy beats me out a little bit. Now, one of the things is I can't use this action at all. So it's going to have to be the default movement, which means basically I can't play it if it has no effect just to get the experience. I need to look that up in the rules. That's in the errata too, just as a clarification. But anyway, this sucker has a move of 0 additional, so he gets to go, looks like 2. Well, he doesn't want to go 2, but he does want to move closer for some reason. Okay. Now he has an attack at +1, and that gives him a total attack of 3. I've got nothing going for me to help me here. He does 2. Okay, but what's cool is I have this heal if I want, but if I do this, I don't get an attack because I didn't set myself up for this, and I really do need to do the attack. So I will use this for a move too. Let me look at my other cards. It's a ranged attack. I could also do an attack too, which would actually be kind of bonus for me. Because he doesn't have the choice. He'll be doing ranged attacks for the most part. So maybe no matter what, because he's got that range on his base ability, so it's always ranged. So he'll be disadvantaged if I charge him, which might be an interesting idea. This is an attack too. I am going to move up on him with a 1 movement, and then I attack him using the attack 2 option on here instead of this. There's no reason for me to use range. And that'll put him at a disadvantage. He'll try to move away, but so I've got an attack 2. I might actually be able to brush by him because of this, and maybe I screwed up. Anyway, 2. I don't get a bonus. He has no armor or anything, so he's up to 4. This is getting really down to the line. I still have enough cards to play once more. Well, I want the jump on him. And I have a heal in my hand. Awesome. Okay, so I play this at 20. That's likely to win. It does. He'll be getting his reshuffle here. He doesn't have a move, so he'll be attacking at a penalty if I don't get a hit on him. I'm going to use this for an attack 2. I keep this card for the heal. Let's see if we get lucky. We do. Okay, not lucky, but we succeed. So that gives me a hit on him. A coin is created there. And now I don't need that heal. I can use a move too and grab yet one more coin from the pile. We succeeded. What does it say? When the last bandit died, you take a moment to catch your breath and steel yourself against the visions of the living remains, ripping at your flesh. Your target is not among the dead, and you shudder to think what horrors still await you in the catacombs below, which opens up the Barrow's lair. And I have gotten the party achievement of First Steps, which I put down here. If you don't get that, you probably aren't playing anymore. Like, you've got to get through this to get another adventure. I've forgotten what happens from this. We tally the experience of our individual characters and tally the money tokens that we looted, whether we win or lose, into gold. For the gold, Thinker One gets to be the bookmarker. Somewhere or another. There we go. So we were level 1. The monsters were level 1. The gold conversion is 2 per. And we're going to get a bonus experience of 6. So taking a look, and everybody gets this, gets what they get here. So the money looted is equal to scenario level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to get 14 bucks. I'll just mark that down. XP, he has 10, but he's going to get more than that. So let's hold on. Anything not looted is not collected. Lost and discarded ability cards come back, refreshed and expended stuff. Hit point dials go back. They lose any bless and curse cards if they had them, and any negative cards added. The attacker modifier deck also is fixed. The battle goals are shuffled back in, which is a big deal. I was kind of wondering about that, whether we get them each time. No, we reshuffle each time. Okay. We receive check marks for completed battle goals. He's the only one who got a battle goal. So we'll mark this. And gets a couple more of them, and he gets a bonus, a perk, and that's immediate. As long as the scenario was... So here's what's weird. Even if a player is exhausted, as long as the scenario was successfully completed, that character can still complete his or her battle goal, earn scenario rewards, and keep all money and experience he or she collected. Now, up here it says select success or failure. You get the experience and the gold. Is gold listed here? I mean, keep all money and experience. Well, money and experience you get anyway, as far as I can see. So why do they say that? I don't know. There's no penalty for becoming exhausted. You get bonus experience for successfully completing the scenario. 4 plus twice the scenario level, which is why it's 6. Plus my 10 says I have 16 XP. But remember, I need 45 to go up. And I'll do calculations on the other people and see what they get to. So the biggest gold we have is 14 for him, of course. 6, 2, 9 XP, 11 XP, the 16 XP. I'm not sure I see a reason to go back to town, although these guys could buy potions. He's already got a potion. He might want one. Just because, 10 extra bucks, man, it might be worth it. But I have to look at the items and figure out what they have. The other big thing I have to figure out is how I'm going to store the pieces. Not long-term storage where they're going to go in bags or whatever, but I don't want to try to deal with putting things back in here. So, well, luckily for me, I have quite a few counter trays up here that I think I'm going to, start sorting pieces into for being able to find things a little bit more easily. And then, of course, the big tray pieces, I think I'll start popping those out and sorting them. They have a numerical reference on them, which will make it a little easier. Other than that, I don't know. I guess that was the end of this one. It was tougher than I thought it would be. It really was. I figured, I'm kind of a clever guy. I'll be able to do this pretty well. And then also, I'm going fairly low level. I'm not taking advantage of, knowledge. I'm not trying to optimize the player turn order or anything like that with knowledge that players wouldn't have. Could it happen? Could I leak through? Sure. But it's just as likely that I would disallow something or make a 50-50 chance of something that otherwise isn't there. I am allowing the players to do some talking though, not revealing the numbers, but saying, hey, I'm trying to go early. I got a pretty low card, but I don't know how, I can't tell you how low, right? That's the kind of stuff I'm used to hearing in the game, so I think it's fair, to use that kind of phrasing towards other people. And if I say, well, I want to go early, but I got a shitty card, I got a kind of medium card, well, then I take that in mind. Or I want to go early, but I got a high card. Well, we're fucked. You're not going to be able to, just right out of the bat. We can't all jump over there. So that kind of discussion works. The handling of the doors, yeah, I'm not sure. How well I could have done things, if I could have done things better. I would have really liked to have been able to use some of the special abilities a little better, but I don't feel, kind of like in Mage Knight, it takes a certain amount to kind of get used to what your character's aiming to do, what he needs to grow, etc. Well, in this case, you're not looking for immediate growth or whatever, but there is a certain synergy to the battle cards that you're dealt initially, to the hand that you choose. I like the fact that you do choose the hand, that you know what you're going into battle with, and it's just a matter of refreshing it, etc. Not knowing what the battle is, though, that can be painful. I would rather not be replaying scenarios, and I kind of hope I don't fail, because then I feel like I should be taking a whole new set of characters in. Just because, hey, these guys died, man. But I don't know. We'll see when that happens, because I'm sure it will. I'm sure I'll fuck something up at some point, to the extent where I just am not clever enough to get out of it. Not lucky enough is more to the point, perhaps. How are we doing on our goals? Yeah, right. We're not. But I should check them after scenarios. So the big question for me now is, do I go back to town, get another town event, or do I just heal up and press on? And yes, I've put the sticker into the deeper one, the barrel lair, probably filled with undead. I can't get a new character unless I go to Gloomhaven, and I'm kind of tempted to go get somebody else, in part so that I have more chance to, explore more of the characters, but also, Also because I think the brute is pretty potent, and I would like to add him to my party. But here's the negative side to that. The biggest negative, there's a little bit of complexity added to it. Whatever advantage I gain from the extra character is probably mostly offset by the scaling factors. But I wouldn't guess entirely, because I wouldn't want to have done this in 2. I looked at, the numbers of critters in 2. I don't think that would have been easier, particularly. I feel like the extra character, yes, you're facing more tougher monsters or whatever, or maybe just tougher monsters and less of them actually. But I do feel like, actually, it feels kind of random because the way these are marked. So black means there's no monster. So because I was here, let's see, these 2 didn't show up. These 2 didn't show up. Well, they wouldn't have showed up if I was in 2. But if I was in 4, this final round would have been all low-level monsters, all level 1 monsters, which are, it's easier to kill a level 1 monster, but it's also, you have area of effect attacks, so you can take out a bunch of monsters at once. The numbers don't necessarily matter. Over here, these wouldn't have been here. This guy would have been. These guys would have been here instead, but not the elite guy. In 2. Now, in 3, it would have, this would have been the same. I would have had these 2 white guys in addition, if I'd added a 4th character. So, I don't know. And we can keep looking on our way down. One thing that kind of screwed me up was there's like 7 of these spots in here, but there's only 6, I think, bandits. And I thought that was a problem until I realized, no, they're not all actually there for any of the scenarios. There's always some missing, so that's cool. I thought if we were in the hardest level, maybe everything would be there. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to push on, just because that extra money to be able to get one thing doesn't really seem worth it. And I think we can take our extra knowledge there and not make that decision to add the extra. Probably the biggest reason I don't want to take a 4th character in is space. I had things pretty tight here. Certainly, I've got more space on the table over here. I don't really need that map, but when I'm setting up the scenario, etc., I need this for bringing all those damn counter sheets over. And if I don't have everything I need to figure that out. So, as I clean up and start storing and start figuring things out, it's going to be a little, different. I don't know if it's going to be particularly easier to find things in the counter trays. All right, let's send it up.